Well, I have two confessions to make. I'll make one now and a little later. You see, when Father asked me to come and speak about the dangers of too much screen time or technology, my first thought was, do you even realize what I do for a living? Well, asking me to come here and talk about screens is a bit like asking a baker to talk about too much cake. Well, what I'm here to share about is modern technologies and our home, benefits and setbacks. Now, all of us spend time on our phones, we're scrolling reels, shorts, and we're learning about the benefits and setbacks of technology. So I take it we largely understand those benefits and setbacks. So I'm not really going to talk about benefits and setbacks in particular. But what I'm going to talk about today is what really matters. Is that what drives our behavior to use and misuse technology? Simply put, I want to talk to you about choices. Because with every choice comes consequences. Now, everybody watches movies here, I take it. Do you? Okay. So we all know of the famous dialogue, Spider-Man's uncle told him. You all know the dialogue. With great power comes great responsibility. Now, too often we take our choice or the ability to choose for granted. Think about it. Whether it's a simple everyday decision or serious matters, how often do we take it to God? The same God who in fact gave us the gift of free will. A gift given with, for, and out of love. And therefore that gift is our great power. Because with it and through it, we can make a difference, not just now, but for all eternity. Well, does that statement sound too heavy? Let's look at it through the eyes of the Bible. Eve chose to eat the apple, and what happened? Sin entered the world. It's there with us till today. Abraham chose to offer Isaac, and God multiplied his descendants. Mary said yes, and God, through her, came into this world and conquered sin and death. Now, coming closer to the modern world, you see, Thomas Edison chose to pursue his improvement on the light bulb despite numerous numbers of failures until he perfected it. Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web and chose not to patent his creation. In fact, he released the source code for free. And that's why today all of us can access the World Wide Web without paying a cent. And while we may not immediately see the consequences of our everyday choices, I think deep down we all know what it really means to choose otherwise. Now today we live in a world which is very evolved, thanks to countless creators, innovators and scientists who have created so many different things, from the houses we live in to the appliances we use, vehicles, machinery, and even technology. Everything we have, everything we make with the hands and the minds God has given us. And therefore creation is good because it comes from the Creator. And God is good. So I'm not here to stand and tell you that the phone is the enemy or technology is something evil that is staying in our home, because it isn't. You see, the tool was never the problem. What we do with it is the real question. The world is changing so fast than ever before. 10 years ago, our households looked very different. Today, it is far different. In fact, the choices we need to make keep coming at us quicker and quicker. And they always land in the same place. That is, in our home, within our family, with us. So as we speak of technology, there is so much good in it. Let's be honest about that. Today, a grandmother in a faraway country can see her grandchild sitting in another country. A man who has traveled for work abroad can pray with his spouse or with his family. And closer to home, those of us who cannot come to church, they can get the Mass live streamed in their homes. That's real and it's a gift. But there's another side to it. The same technology can be disastrous when misused. Today, so many people are scammed. I mean, I think 1 in 3 people receive a call every day, either someone posing to be the bank or some known person. Addictions are only worsened by the ease of availability of content that is not good and harms us by the ease of technology. And the third, this can be a little controversial, but we've brought our work to our home and made our homes a workplace, putting aside what the family time really is. And here's my second confession, the real one. I struggle with this myself because my work doesn't keep office hours. So I have to accommodate the idea when it comes. And I tell you, it can come when you least expect it. I'll be sitting at the table with my family, and when the idea pops, a part of me is already gone, somewhere on the screen typing it out. And that causes friction. Friction between my time that belongs to my work and that belongs to the people I love. We all know that pull. We pick up the phone for 1 minute, we look up, and it's an hour gone. The trouble is, it feels good in the moment. But really, too much of a good thing stops being good. You can't drink 5 glasses of water in one go, can you? Your body will tell you to stop. But the screen is different. It doesn't tell you to stop. The hours just go by and you don't feel it until it's already gone. Even St. Paul knew this struggle. No, not with screens. They really didn't have cell phones at that time. It was more with the endeavor of making a good choice. And he says it plainly, I do the very thing I do not want to do. So if it caught the apostle, then we can be gentle with ourselves. And gentle doesn't mean brushing it aside or giving up. We are in good company actually, because our Holy Father Pope Leo the 14th has just written the first letter to the whole church. It's called the Magnificat Humanitas, and it's exactly about this. And notice what it doesn't say. He doesn't say throw away all of this. In fact, he challenges us that the danger was never technology itself, but it was in letting it rule over our lives rather than serve us. So the questions I try to ask myself with the use of technology in my home and with my family are these, and I put them to you. What is this thing or technology letting me do? Ask yourself that. What is it quietly taking from me? And what is it slowly turning me into? Because there's always another choice sitting right next to the first one. I can keep scrolling, or I can put the phone down, turn to my wife and ask her how her day really was, and actually wait for an answer, not provide a solution. I can actually sit with my daughter and listen to her stories, not tell her to do her homework. You see, one of those choices costs me nothing and gives me back nothing. The other one, that is where family is actually built. Now, as a parish, next Sunday, you all will be celebrating in Thanksgiving the gift of family as you celebrate the Parish Family Day. Now, the family is the most important unit that can ever be, because within it, you are called to experience a foretaste of heaven through unconditional love. But that can only happen when we make better choices. So, my dear friends, technology is only a tool. It can be used wisely or poorly. And the choice every single time comes down to us. And we must never forget that every choice carries a consequence, especially the small ones which we make even without noticing. So when the moment comes, and it will come 100 times a day, in the smallest of things, remember that you are the one making a choice. And the best choice that any of us can make is the one Jesus made in the Garden of Gethsemane. You see, at that point in time, everything in him wanted it the other way. His choice was, not mine, Father, but thy will be done.